Hello cloud experts. So in this session, we are going to talk about benefits of using public cloud. So let's get started. As we understood, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing, as per NIST definition, it is enabling ubiquitous, convenient, on-demand network access to the shared pool of configurable computing resources, and those resources can be networks, servers, storage, applications, and services, which can be rapidly provisioned on demand and released with minimal management effort or service provider interaction. So without any interaction, without any intervention from the service provider, these can be provisioned as well as released. Typically, cloud model consists of 5 essential characteristics, 3 different service models, and 4 different deployment models. In last few sessions, we have talked about essential characteristics, service models, and 4 different deployment models. Now, in this session, we are going to talk about the benefits of using cloud computing and especially the public cloud infrastructure. Now, first and foremost important aspect of public cloud is elasticity and scalability. That means the resources are virtually infinite, so you can provision the resources whenever you want it and they are always available, and these provisioning can be done manually as well as in some cases it can be done automatically as well. Scaling up and down and out and in as and when required, so you can scale up, scale down, scale out, scale in as and when required, and you can also define some auto configuration policies when these scaling up and scaling down things can be done automatically as well. Pay only for what you use. So you only pay for the resources what you actually use. So you just need to pay, configure the resources, pay for those resources, and release the resources when you don't want it, and don't even pay a single penny for that. These resources are accessed from anywhere, and you are sitting anywhere in the world with any computer, any laptop, any mobile phone. You can provision these resources and you can release these resources. Access from internet, web console, CLI, command line interface, APIs, SDKs. So there are n number of ways to access these resources. You can do it through internet by using some web GUIs, some CLI command line interface, some APIs, and some software development kits. Real-time alerts for resource usage. You can also set up some threshold where you can get the real-time alerts for the usage of your resources. Automation. You can define something called as auto scaling, load balancing, and stuff like that, so your resources can be automatically managed. Real-time monitoring of resources and updation. So you can also have real-time monitoring for resources, the use of resources, as well as the updation of the resources. Economics of scale. It is relevant for both the cloud provider and the end user. Cloud provider will gain out of the economics of scale. That means the millions of customers what they have, those customers are able to share the resources as and when we want. So benefit for customer, you just need to focus on business requirements, no need to focus on IT infrastructure. Minimize the cost. Your cost can be minimized because you are sharing your resources with millions of other customers for that same cloud provider. It is also, you can quickly market your services and this reduces your time to market. World-class infrastructure and products and services. So because public cloud providers are serving millions of customers, they will always come up with world-class infrastructure as well as product and services, which is very difficult to deploy in your private cloud or on-prem data centers. Benefits for cloud service provider. Better resource utilization for many customers because millions of customers are using their resources are utilized in a better way. Operational efficiency, because they have lot of resources to manage, they have to bring in operational efficiency, and great pace of innovation and disruptive product and services because they have a lot of customer and there are a lot of demands from different customers, which increases their pace of innovation and also brings in disruptive products and services. Go global in minutes. You can introduce global services in minutes. Cater to users across geographies. You can cater to users which is from one geography to another geography. Best content delivery networks for enhanced user experience, because you have global customers, right? So you can have the content delivery network which enhances your user experience and global presence. They have globally available data centers, and because they have this kind of global presence, it also gives you a possibility to have high availability for your resources and high durability. You can replicate your resources in multiple facilities, and that also assures that you have your resources are highly durable. And put together all these things, you can have a global reach by using a single click. Getting more and less, the cost is always important for running your business. So we always, as a business, we always need to balance between capex and opex. However, cloud gives you functionality to have almost zero opex, zero capex. So your capex is almost zero because you don't pay anything upfront. Yes, there is a possibility where you can have some upfront investments in cloud, private, public cloud also, but you can start with almost zero, and without having any capex, all the cost will be there in opex, and even opex will go low because you pay only for the resources what you use, not for all the resources what you want to use after 3 months or 6 months. So it is based on the utility pricing, metered pricing they call it. So you pay only for the resources what you use. Pay as you go model, only pay when you use. Reducing capex, it makes your capex almost zero because you don't pay anything upfront. No worries about hardware life cycles. You don't no need to change your hardwares or talk about worrying about the hardware life cycles when those hardware will go out of life, end of life. You need not to worry about this, and all these things will be managed by the public cloud provider. No worries about real estate, where you are going to install those hardwares, how you are really going to manage those hardwares. Those are not for you to worry. Those things are taken care by the public cloud provider. No worries about software updates and patches. All the things related to software update, patches, if you are using PAS and SAS kind of models, all these things will be taken care by the hardware provider, the public cloud provider itself. And no long-term commitment. You can close your resources, you can terminate your resources whenever you don't need it, and that's what there is absolutely no long-term commitment with the public cloud provider. So these are some topics where we talk about capex versus opex. Global great reliability, multiple data centers in different regions. So they have n number of different data centers. So just to just to give you an example, the AWS has more than 200 data centers available across 13 or 14 different regions. So the data centers are available in various regions. Your data is kept in multiple facilities, so that gives you help in the disaster recovery and high availability. Failover mechanism, you can also define some failover mechanism where whenever one data center is not available, your workloads can be running over the another facility. So you have some facility to have failover mechanism as well. You can also do load balancing between different availability zones or different data centers so that your resources are always available. And these public cloud will also come up with strict SLA. So typically they say 99.99% availability. 99.9999, they say it 11 nines. 11 nines. 11 nines kind of durability. So that means if you upload 10,000 files on a AWS cloud, there are chances that in 1 million years, one particular file may not be available. So their availability is something which can never be achieved in the private cloud or on-prem data centers. So high competition between cloud service providers, and that helps them to innovate and provide new services to their end customers. And all these things are related to the global skill infrastructure. Business agility. So you will have always the latest hardware, You will have the latest software or latest applications, latest products and services, quick time to market, and no forecast or prediction. You need not to forecast your capacity for 1 year down the line or 6 months down the line, because you can increase it whenever you want it and do whatever you want whenever you want. So you really need not to worry about the timing. You can market new services, you can deploy new workloads as and when you want, and without any intervention from the public cloud provider, and it gives you competitive edge for your business. So what you need to do is, you really need not to worry about the hardware part of it, the infrastructure part of it. You just need to focus on your business goals, your primary business goals, and all these things are related to the quick adaptation for the new services or products. Security, people give some logic that public cloud is not secure compared to the private cloud, but actually it is other way around. So the kind of security features, the kind of the features related to security, authentication and authorization, what we can have in public cloud, it is almost impossible to have those in private cloud or in your on-prem data centers. So it comes with a hell lot of services related to security, and that gives you lot of benefits compared to other private cloud or maybe on-prem data centers. Some of these are a state-of-the-art identity and access management, key management services, various types of keys and how those keys are being managed, multi-layer security with security gateways, with firewalls, with the n number of other application. You get a multiple layer of security at lower layers, at the application level, at the VPC level, and n number of other stuff. Password rotation policies, you get a lot of password rotation policy, how are password being managed and how your passwords are getting expired. Resource service auditing, you have some applications, they will keep on doing auditing for your resources or your services, and those reports can be analyzed to make proper security decisions. You also have some applications which gives you DDoS protections and stuff like that. Firewalls, access lists, security groups, they all add up to multi-layer security. So multi-layer security means you have a number of different mechanisms to provide security features for your resources on the public cloud. And real-time notification, whenever your threshold are breached, you will always get some real-time notification for your security breach as well. This is all about best security technologies which are available in public cloud, which is hardly possible to implement in private cloud or in on-prem data center. So this is all what we have in this session. I hope you enjoyed this session and look forward to see you in the next session.